Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today it's a preseason matchup as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
About ready to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Able to slither by.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And when you watch him trot onto the field, you just think to yourself, he looks like a quarterback all the time in the world. Running, throwing, physical presence. The bottom line, though, has against completion percentage up to league standards because he was under 50% in 2024. If he puts it all together and reaches his full potential, he's going to be dynamite.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll drop the throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Lucas Van Ness. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And that was knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his third season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up second down at the 12-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Play action. Now Richardson. A short one there, caught by Warren.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Now Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go for a Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Lucas Van Ness.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right down behind center. And they'll lead the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their 1st down of the game.
And the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
That's complete to Dobbs. They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Love. They'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
30-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. He stiff arms it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On a 1st down, it's Lloyd. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Colts 17-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. To throw now. Here's Love. And it'll be intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The defense got on the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles. In the very first play, they give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come to like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They'll run on first down. It's Lloyd. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Brings up second down.
Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down behind
3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Love. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
Brings up second and
To the air again, Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed from 3 yards out. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And now it's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's Lucas Van Ness there to drop him behind the line.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A short one there, caught by Warren.
Third down and 10.
Complete to Tyler Warren. A gain of 2 makes it third down and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
6-0 our score after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Green Bay.
Play fake. Here's Love. Dancing to his left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First down, Packers.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down. A nice little gain. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
Love will sneak it. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And able to get this out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. Richardson looking to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches. At the 35-yard line.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Colts first down.
Now it's Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only
to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up
Richardson.
At the 28-yard line.
That complete to Downs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Colts, first down.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now Richardson back to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Play action this time with Love. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Love looking to throw it.
Pass caught. That's Golden.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating to use a boxing analogy.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Richardson.
And he can't find anywhere to go with him, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This taken in by Downs. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Third down and 13.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Throwing. Love.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let him fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here's Daniel reeling on now to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It's a gain of 34 yards.
That's good for a Colts. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
This is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Anthony Richardson a loss of 13 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the
55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First down and goal to go.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now.
And this time he is in.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Kickoff for Indianapolis.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 45-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Lloyd. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Packers.
Final play of the half, Love. That's caught downfield as Golden. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 89 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 9 yards.
Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Here's Willis.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. Backed up here, a tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Willis from the gun on third down.
Buying time to his left. Sheds off the tackle.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line.
17-yard line. A gain of 15. And the Packers.
They'll try the left side. Lloyd. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
Here's Willis.
At the 18-yard line.
Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Willis showing off the wheels there. He gets him the first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And it's a Packers touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. A 10-play drive that time.
And the result, a Green Bay score.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive.
Under pressure, they got him again. Devontae Wyatt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Packers offense and running back Marshawn Lloyd getting set for this next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lloyd. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Play action. Here's Willis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Colts.
From the gun, here's Willis. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Packers first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Samson Abuka just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
this is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And the Colts getting ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
On first down, Lloyd. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. Brings up second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lloyd. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Willis. Forced out to his left. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they wind up going backwards. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Hardman on the return. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Packers.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Brings up second down at the 47-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Willis. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively. defensively as they sack it for a loss of 9.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Well, the Colts now are ready to get the football back. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing Jones. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. The offense on third down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following a surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before the game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
That is caught by Herbert. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Now Willis. Throw left side complete. That's Lloyd. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Lloyd. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
18-yard line.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the play. 1st down, Green Bay.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Willis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
1st and 10.
On 1st down, they drop to throw. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 9 yards.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
He's taken down at the
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
6 yards to go.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Another Colts. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
That's good for a Colts.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Daniel Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now for the point after. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. But not that any of the points would be needed with CD. They've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just sit over on the sidelines all the time.
In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Willis looking to throw it. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Neville Gallimore providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Jones throwing to start the drive. A nice little juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
To Khalil Herbert. Brings up 3rd down.
Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees his defense again, it'll be way too soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And that going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly they're still short for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Back to throw, Willis. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Samson Abuka picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across.
Now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball